Yamato is probably a top tier. Hello beautiful people, it's Luffy Star and I hope you all are doing very well. Today I'm going to review chapter 979 of One Piece titled Family Trouble. This chapter was a very tough one as we got to know various key information and some of them are very big and vague in different ways. There also arises various set of questions to us about the different occasions that played out in this chapter. Also yet again, the chapter was packed with very funny and entertaining moments like we have been getting in these recent chapters. The Straw Hats in particular again are taking the limelight from Rebellion's side as we finally see the other members of the crew who we didn't see in the previous chapter. And yeah, I'm talking about the beastly outfits of the remaining members, and the biggest one out of them I wanted to see was Robin in the last chapter. And Oda seemed to have listened to us as he finally showed the beastly look for Robin. And oh my god, isn't she looking absolute killer? During my review on the previous chapter, I said that Nami was looking super hot and looked the best out of the Straw Hats that were shown in that panel. But no, I take those exact words right back because Robin without a single doubt is looking the best out of any Straw Hats in the Beast Pirates outfit easily after this chapter. I would even say out of all the members, Beast Pirates outfit suits her the most like she's the real member of the Beast Pirates. I'm really eagerly waiting for the anime to air the episode of this chapter. Now, on the talk of the clothes, I want to highlight whose outfit looked the least interesting or didn't suit them at all. And there are two particular individuals for me, Jinbei and Denjiro. First, Jinbei just looked very strange in that outfit and is definitely not looking a Beast Pirate member at all in my opinion. Second, Denjiro, seeing him with that outfit just looked hilarious and out of the place. Definitely doesn't suit him as he looks very weird. Anyways, let's get out of this clothes and fashion situation and move to the other very important yet subtle moments throughout the chapter. Let's first start with the cover page because this week we got a very surprising entry from a certain character that we thought was already dead. But no, apparently he's still alive yet injured. I guess so. And the character I'm talking about is Pound. Yeah, he seems to be alive while sailing on one of the Tart's ship of Big Mom's fleet. So it's interesting that he didn't die by the hands of Owen, which is a bit strange. And more strangely, he coincidentally happened to find his way where the Tontatas were actually sailing. It seems fatherly love is really powerful. But no, for real, he was a very funny character and that might have been the reason he survived. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I assume he's going to have a very touching reunion with his two daughters, and that would really be great, honestly. Now, moving on to the main chapter itself. The first big fact that was bothering all of us so much in the previous chapter was why wasn't Kanjuro yet there, as we saw Orochi was completely off guard and was enjoying the banquet. Not even a single one of them mentioned him or were actually aware of the rebellion charging in. So lots of people were speculating that Neko actually arrived with Marco and captured Kanjuro. But the exact truth was finally revealed in this chapter. Kanjuro seems to have got completely lost in Onigashima, and the reason was very simple, as it was his first time stepping into the island and the skull itself. But that was also to be expected because he was Orochi's dog and only listened to his orders. In addition, the trouble of getting lost was not only his concern as he is also being attacked by the members of the Beast Pirates, so it is getting quite hectic for him there. In my personal opinion, he's probably going to reach Orochi or Kaido when the actual battle will start getting heated intensely. And there is one more trouble waiting for Kanjuro, and that is Momo. As you saw in their chapter, Momo was planning to escape from Kanjuro. And that was also to be expected because this one time, he should really be acting as a true leader and start showing his true resolves. So I'm pretty sure he will be successful in escaping. But still, eventually he might get caught again by someone, probably Kanjuro again. We have to really wait and see how it exactly starts to develop. Now let's again move to the rest of the Straw Hats. And this is another big instance with very cool moments mixed in. As Frankie now has upgraded the previous models of Kurosai, which translate as Black Rhinoceros, and the other one being Brachio Tank number 5, which we both of course saw back in Fishman Island. Basically, in simple terminology, you can call them new models. Moving on, the most interesting thing is actually not these models for me, but one particular scientific gadget, which was actually not mentioned in this chapter, and that being Sanji's raid suit. I'm definitely sure Frankie now has upgraded the suit because these new models from Frankie heavily suggests that he and Usopp have upgraded the raid suit to Sanji's liking also. So I really can't wait to see what exact changes this guy's made with the suit. Oh man, I really want to see it so badly when I think more about it. And talking about Sanji, there was particularly two heartbreaking moments for him. And I'm hoping that he has recovered from it now though. And the instance being him not fitting in the Brachio tank with Nami. So unlucky, poor soul. But that humiliation didn't end there, as Robin also rejected his proposal outright. Really a very sad day for him. I really sympathized with you on this one, Sanji. I really do. So cheer up. Anyways, let's move to another big revelation. And that being about Kaido's son. And we finally got what his name is. That being Yamato. And by the tone of Kaido's mentioning him, he seems to be a very troublesome person. But that wasn't the main focus for me in this chapter. Because I'm actually surprised over one big thing, and that being Kaido ordering the whole Flying Six to bring his son back. Which to me hints that Yamato might be a very strong and problematic individual. And if that was not enough, Black Maria also seems to think that completing this task in particular is a very difficult one. And if that is still not enough, Kaido goes on to add that if they complete this task perfectly, then he will give them the chance to fight the All-Stars. So with these big statements, I do not think Yamato is a weakling like I and some people in the community predicted previously. Because if he was, then it wouldn't require the Flying Six as a whole to bring him back, while King is also finding the issue very problematic. Honestly, this now for me is really getting interesting because Yamato might be the unexpected tsunami that is going to befall on the rebellions. So definitely looking forward to his introduction and see for myself that what type of personality and strength he truly holds. Oh, and on that note, as we know in this chapter, out of the Straw Hats, Luffy and Zoro have gone ahead leaving rest of the crew behind. Basically, the reason for Luffy were the Kid Pirates, and Zoro for the reason to make sure that Luffy remains undercover, which was actually very funny because both Luffy and Zoro always stand out and are the ones to get quickly riled up, which destroys the plan in every occasion. And of course, as we feared, that exactly happened as Luffy is inside the mix of the army of Kaido, and Zoro as usual is completely lost. He's nowhere to be seen, probably drinking sake somewhere. And on that note, I want to say something really funny here. And this of course is going to be my opinion, but I strongly believe Zoro is going to encounter Yamato. Just actually think for a second. Kaido sending out the Flying Six to just locate his son and bring him back, but the one to do the task would be Zoro. That would really be funny, man. Still, I also kind of see Zoro meeting up with a member of the Flying Six and fighting with him or her briefly, or maybe even like a serious battle. That would really be epic equally. And while we are on the talk of Flying Six, let's highlight one particularly fascinating aspect said in this chapter. That being about the All-Stars and especially Huzu and Sasaki. As cleared in the official chapter of 978, it really seems that Huzu wants to be an All-Star, and to gain it, he is also ready to fight them, which is very much interesting in my opinion. This actually again changes the whole idea of how strong the Flying Six are. But I think in a way it was to be expected of Flying Six being around commander level. Maybe not all of them, because unlike Big Mom, who has handy members of very strong children and very strong individuals that are outsider in her crew. So it's important for Kaido's crew to seem relevant and balanced compared to Big Mom Pirates for the aspect of being an equal figure to her and also as a part of being a Yonko. And also when I think about it, Kaido's crew actually might be stronger than Big Mom's crew, because if Yamato is gonna be like the second strongest out of the Beast Pirates, then the crew overall should definitely be broken. Anyways, the next set of panels were mainly focused on Huzu and Sasaki. It seems they kind of treat themselves pretty special and superior as hinted by King, that they don't take orders from the All-Stars, but only from Kaido himself. The reasoning given for that kind of behavior was actually based on how strong the Flying Six were as an individual, especially Huzu and Sasaki, as they were even said to be the ex-captains of their respective crew previously. So the only reason they are standing there is because of their strength. And when Kaido offered a proposition that he would allow them to fight the All-Stars, Who's Who was really excited. So they really seem to be on commander level, especially Who's Who, Sasaki and X-Drake. Now talking about X-Drake, he was not mentioned by King, and I suspect the reason being that he's not at all interested in the superiority in the crew, like how Who's Who and Sasaki are carving to be one of the All-Stars. Also, one thing I noticed about Kaido's crew is he only seems to like having 3 commanders, who he can command different position and set of tasks to fulfill, unlike Big Mom having 4 commanders previously and Whitebeard having 16 division commanders. He seems to particularly only like 3 strongest and most trustworthy individuals to be his set of commanders. The other reason might also be because of the crew's ranking in terms of cards like King, Queen and Jack. Moving on back to Who's Who for the last time, I think for me he has definitely been solidified as the strongest Flying 6 member, and I'm very much excited for any of his upcoming battle with the revelation of his Devil Fruit also. Finally, let's get back to the last few panels, and that of course being with Luffy. He is at the banquet already and is searching for Kid. But Kid is nowhere to be seen, so I'm guessing Kid has found Appu maybe, as he was the main DJ there. And personally I think he will be fighting Appu first, creating absolute havoc because Kid has a personal grudge against Appu as he betrayed them. And just like the Kid Pirates, Luffy will also be defeating the Fodders, creating a huge scene which ultimately will result in a massive uproar in the party, where these two, Kid and Luffy, no actually also Zoro and Kid's crew, will be starting the war in a full swing. In the other hand, the plan should still be completely fine, as Law and the Scabbards were prepared and educated about the fact that these two groups, Straw Hats and the Kid Pirates, will be creating a scene as the real performers and be the main distraction for the rebellions to march forward. Now, the main reason for Luffy to rage up has been perfectly set up in this chapter, with hearing the insults of the innocent, undermined, miserable poor people of Okawara district, and the main trigger being Tama's true appreciative words on the delicious red bean soup, which was spilled by one of the waiters. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward for some epic moments in the next chapter. I also hope Oda will be putting Kid in the limelight in the next chapter along with Luffy. It will truly be awesome. Oh, also I forgot to mention it before, but the two forces are being led by Kinemon, who is commanding the eastern troops, and Denjiro the southern troops. So these groups should be also focused and be looked upon in the upcoming chapters. And I really want to see Denjiro and Kinemon fighting, especially out of the 9 Scabbards. And that was the review, guys. If you enjoyed it, then smash that like button. Share your thoughts on this chapter in the comment section. And finally subscribe for more awesome future content. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you.